Athens, Georgia, and the Lowcountry. This is WJCL 22 Morning News. See us now.
Right now on WJCL 22 Morning News, schools on high alert after bomb threats at more than a dozen historically black colleges and universities. The measures our local schools are taking this morning.
This massive fertilizer plant fire still burning nearly 36 hours later. The drastic push to get those nearby to safety before a possible explosion.
Hold on. A dramatic fire rescue caught on camera. The unbelievable moments. Deputies pulled 2 people from inside this burning home.
Big news this morning in the fight against COVID. Kids under 5 could soon get vaccinated. The new timeline out this morning, and what's next? It is right now 6 o'clock on this Wednesday morning, and we are live in the Lowcountry this morning. We are in Old Town Bluffton. We're pretty quiet start to this hump day. We want to thank you so much for waking up with us right here on WJCL 22. Good morning, everyone. I'm Emma Hamilton.
And I'm Frank Solkowski. You know who else is here? As always, Jonathan Myers, our meteorologist. And tell you what, Jonathan, it looks like it's going to be a pretty nice Wednesday out there.
Yeah, not too bad for us today, Frank. Close to 70. How about even closer to 80 by the end of the week?
We'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely right. Let's get right to it this morning. As we're starting things off, we are seeing some clouds rolling through. Temperatures definitely not as cold as yesterday morning. Starting out in the 30s this time yesterday. Most of us right now upper 40s and near 50 as we start the day off. 54 degrees, 9 o'clock, mid 60s at lunchtime. And you know, there's about 68 to 70 degrees will top off for highs. And we'll see those clouds will take you through the day. Later this evening, you'll see temperatures there in the low 60s by 6 o'clock. Live radar showing it dry, maybe a coastal shower later today. The chances of it are less than 10%. Rain back off to our west. It's going to take some time before that rain moves in. Not until probably it's looking more like late Friday and into Saturday morning, the best timing for rain. So for today, nice and mild, not only today, but 70s for Thursday and also for Friday. And I'll be tracking out those chances for showers for the upcoming weekend and futurecasts in less than 10 minutes.
I would think that it's kind of like a repeat of history, kind of like in the 60s in civil rights, and when, you know, people would bomb churches and black churches or black residents.
Right now, the FBI is investigating bomb threats targeting more than a dozen historically black colleges across the country, including in Georgia.
Over the past 2 days, at least 14 HBCUs in 7 states have received threats.
This morning, schools here and across the country are on high alert.
Now, we checked with leaders over at Savannah State University. Thankfully, they say they've received no threats. Now, yesterday, investigators combed through more than a dozen college campuses. They say they found no explosive devices, but of course, the threats locked down campuses and canceled classes in Georgia. Spelman College, Albany State, and Fort Valley State were all closed. Also yesterday, 2 deadly school shootings in just one day. This time, campus security officers among the victims. ABC's Andrea Fuji has what we've learned this morning.
Overnight, authorities in Virginia confirming 2 campus security officers at Bridgewater College have been killed in the line of duty.
All of a sudden, we just heard a gunshot. We heard another 2, and everyone just dropped to the floor. We all just dropped and laid in the building, barricaded ourselves.
Just after 1 p.m. Tuesday, officers J.J. Jefferson and John Painter responded to a call about a suspicious man on campus.
After a brief interaction with the man, the subject opened fire and shot both officers.
The suspect fleeing on foot, the college issuing a shelter-in-place order. A short time later, police were seen here subduing the suspect, now identified as 27-year-old Alexander Wyatt Campbell. He's charged with 2 counts of capital murder. The motive for the shootings? Unclear. The 2 officers were known on campus as the dynamic duo. The college president saying they were beloved by students, faculty, and staff. President Biden tweeting, "Gun violence against law enforcement officers is sickening and it must end." At almost the same time, another school shooting was unfolding in Minnesota, outside a special needs school near Minneapolis. 1 student was killed, another left in critical condition. Police later arrested 2 suspects. An investigation into what prompted the shooting is underway. underway.
This is a terrible tragedy and loss.
And more tense moments at historically black colleges and universities across the country. At least a dozen HBCUs were forced into lockdown Tuesday, some for the second consecutive day due to bomb threats. One college president saying the timing coinciding with the start of Black History Month is no coincidence. No explosives have been found.
Meanwhile, the shootings in Virginia and Minnesota come after a record-setting year of violence on school campuses, with nearly 200 incidents of gunfire reported. Andrea Fujii, ABC News, New York.
Well, right now, a massive fire at a fertilizer plant in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, continues to burn nearly 36 hours later. The fire, well, it erupted 7 o'clock Monday night. The major concern this morning, a potential explosion.
Right now, more than 6,500 people within a 1-mile radius are being asked to leave their homes. Here's a look at that fire during the day yesterday. Health officials in the area are also worried about toxic fumes and air quality this morning, asking people close to the fire not to do any strenuous activity. This morning, the Red Cross is hard at work stocking facilities with cots, food, and medical professionals to transform evacuation sites into a working shelter. Many of the evacuees are still trying to process what's happening.
I was out walking the dog last night and heard some sounds. Didn't really think much of it, and then to wake up this morning and find out that there's potentially explosive stuff near us is a little bit scary, to be honest with you.
Somebody who has spent many decades in the fire service texted me earlier and said this is potentially the largest explosion in U.S. history. I can't magnify it any more than that.
Red Cross leaders say the shelter will be open until it's safe for everyone to return home. Of course, we'll continue monitoring this developing situation. Thankfully, officials say no one is hurt.
Hold on. All new this morning, a dramatic fire rescue caught on camera. Take a look at this body cam footage of a home near Chicago engulfed in flames. Thankfully, deputies were able to get the 2 people inside out into safety. They say when they got there, all they saw were those monstrous flames, and they heard screams coming from upstairs. It all unfolded around midnight Monday. Deputies say the first woman, well, she jumped out of a window to save her own life. The only thing there to break her fall was Deputy Tyler Giannetti.
There was a ton of smoke. It was hard to see. And then I noticed the first victim starting to come out of the window. She kind of took more of a head first approach to it. And my reaction was, I need to catch her because this could end badly if she fell.
We both knew at that point that this was a life or death situation. I mean, they were either going to burn alive in there or...
Well, thankfully, everyone made it out okay, including their dog, who they threw out of a window first before deputies arrived.
Kids 5 and under could soon get vaccinated against COVID-19. Just yesterday, Pfizer asked the FDA for emergency authorization for its vaccine for kids. Now, that means that kids between the ages of 6 months and 5 years could get the shot as soon as this month. The shots contain just 1/10 of the dose given to adults. Overnight, Good Morning America spoke to Dr. John Brownstein at Boston Children's Hospital about the significance of this move.
There is an urgent need to get our younger kids immunized and protected against COVID, but we can't let that happen until we are sure that the science suggests that our kids should be getting these vaccines, whether it's 2-dose or down the road 3 doses.
Coming up on Good Morning America this morning, Dr. Brownstein shares what parents can expect. You can watch GMA right after our show this morning, starting at 7 o'clock.
Well, you won't see Whoopi Goldberg on The View for at least 2 weeks. She's been suspended from the show over her comments Monday about race in the Holocaust.
The Holocaust isn't about race. No, it's not about race.
It is. Well, they consider Jews a different race.
But it's not about race. It's not about race.
What is it about?
Because it's about man's inhumanity to man.
Now, she apologized hours later and again during yesterday's show.
It is indeed about race, because Hitler and the Nazis considered Jews to be an inferior race. Now, words matter, and mine are no exception. I regret my comments, as I said, and I stand corrected. I also stand with the Jewish people, as they know, and y'all know, because I've always done that.
Still, the comment drew backlash from Jewish leaders all around the country. The head of ABC News calls the comments, quote, wrong and hurtful. The View airs on WJCL 22 each day at 11.